Yo, this is Soul Drum 86 bringing you another video. Today I wanted to take a quick break and talk about some ideas I had for Superstar mode. I think it's kind of obvious this mode isn't really going to go anywhere. Um, the mode and there's a lot of I don't know, there's a lot of good ideas with this mode, but for me the execution isn't the greatest. I'd much rather, I think a lot of people much rather play the regular universe mode where you get to kind of control like everything. Custom arenas, shows, it's your sandbox. You get to do whatever you want, create your own promotion if you want, all that type of stuff. And I've talked about in previous videos how I would love for season mode to be back in these games. But what if you took season mode and kind of threw some of those things into superstar mode? Now, I can speak for, I don't know how many people I can speak for, but I've seen other people say it, and I know I can speak for myself because I've been a big champion for bringing back a season mode or even doing some type of road to WrestleMania mode, which I still think that they should add in. I think, and don't hate me for this, I think instead of My Rise, even though My Rise was good this year, I think instead of My Rise, I think that they should replace that with a straight up like just a narrative story like how it is now, but you choose an existing character or create just like how you can do now, but allow for us to be able to choose an existing character like a Cody Rhodes or Kevin Owens or Seth Rollins, Roman. Have at it, be anybody, male or female. Have two different stories, one for the male, one for the female, like you do now. And you start at the beginning of the calendar, and your goal is to make it to WrestleMania, win the championship, just like before. I still think that return would be really, really good. I do. I think that return would be awesome. There's voiceover acting in these games now, so you would at least have that so it can be more immersive. Now, let me get to my ideas about superstar mode. So let's go over here to options, right? So right here is the curation menu, and you get to choose an objective or whatever for your wrestler that you are. You get to choose after every live event. Um, Never, every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, every 8 weeks, 12 weeks. I have mine after the live events, um, the premium live events. So right here, you go into this menu. I've already selected to start a rivalry, so that's already grayed out because I've selected it. But you can choose to create a match, fight in a championship match, move to another show, create a new tag team, disband tag team, fight in the Royal Rumble. I want a match at WrestleMania. I want to cash in Money in the Bank. So you get choices for what you want your character to do. Um, and I think that now what I'm about to say probably just kind of nix the idea of bringing in a road to WrestleMania. So hear me out. I think that there needs to be more of an element of surprise with Superstar mode. I understand Universe mode being able to select everything because that mode pretty much puts you in the chair of Vince McMahon or Triple H. Like when you play those game modes, you're them. So you're doing everything. The arena that you select or create, it's everything is all yours. So you get to map out what the storylines are going to look like, what's going to happen before a match, what's going to happen after a match. It makes more sense when you're controlling everything. Now, my idea for Superstar mode would be, what if it was done by chance? Like, not a situation like before where you wouldn't barely get any cutscenes, because you get cutscenes with Superstar mode this year, and I'll go into that. But what if everything was done based off of the choices that your character makes? Now, it doesn't have to be free roam. We've tried that with WWE games. It doesn't have to be free roam, going into the back, being in the back, locker room area. It doesn't have to do that. But I mean, that'd be a nice touch. But what if it was Okay, so you can select the wrestler that you want to start to wrestle against, blah blah blah. Um, Depending on the actions that you take during fights, could even turn your character heel or babyface, depending on how you are. Like it'll make the crowd react differently to your character based on the certain things that you do. So if you interfere in somebody's match, right? Say if week one of your superstar mode, you get the choice to interfere in one of the matches that are on the card that night, or you get a choice to cut a promo in the locker room. You get a choice to come out and cut a promo in front of the fans. And then whatever happens, happens. It kind of starts that first initial action that you choose starts off superstar mode. And from that point on, everything that you do will dictate your character, whether it's a created character or whether it's a character in the game. So if I pick Cody, like I'm using Cody now, um, it could be a situation where, okay, I want Cody to become heel. So I'm going to go after somebody who's a babyface. And I'm going to I'm going to interfere in their match. When they have their match, I'm going to screw them over for title opportunities and things like that. I think that'd be kind of cool, man. I just think that there's some type of element of surprise. You know what I mean? Just have not where I'm choosing what my one character, because I'm just controlling the one character. So if you're just controlling one character, you kind of want that element of surprise. So let me go to this Monday Night Raw. All right, so here's my match with Kevin Owens because I decided to do a rivalry with him. So you can do the actions. Let me see. You can remove the action if you want. See, so I get to look at all of this. Look, rivals, 2-on-2 normal tag and a tag team match with enemy. Like you get to see everything. Now this is fine. Again, this is fine for universe mode. And I've actually seen some people say that they want the element of surprise back even for universe mode. But I'm specifically for superstar mode because you're just controlling the one character. I don't want to see these actions, right? Say if I don't get to see these actions, I get to just simply dictate the actions. So I'm going from week to week to week, and whatever I'm doing with my character is progressing the story, right? So if I want a title opportunity and I'm winning match after match after match after match, I can come out one week on Raw. Like say if I start my universe, my superstar mode, I started out very basic. I just keep winning. Week one, I win. Week two, I win. Week three, I win. Week four, I win. And then I start to get choices here and there of, do you want to cut a promo? Do you want to cut a promo backstage, right? Who do you want to call out? Do you want to say something like, hey, I've been winning all of these matches. I think it's time and I think I deserve a title shot. And you get to select which title you want to fight for, right? And I don't know. I just think that'd be really cool. And you never know what the cutscenes are going to look like. Again, these are just choices that you're making. And, once you call somebody out, they start messing with you in return. They might come down to watch your fight at the commentator's table. They might be in the front row, right? They might just sit with the fans just to kind of mess with you or whatever. Little things like that. Like, and a lot of this stuff is coming from like the older SmackDown versus Raw games where I remember, what was it? WWE 11 or 12, maybe both of those, when Universe Mode was first implemented, how the storyline would kind of build on its own and it would branch, and sometimes a third person would get involved and there would be a cut scene where whoever you were feuding with, they would come down and they would hold their ticket up and sit in the front row, and then eventually during the match they would do something like to interfere. It was cool. You know what I mean? It was like watching wrestling every week because you just never knew what was going to happen. I think if you bring that element to superstar mode, I think it could do the mode a lot of good, and it would make a lot more people play it. Because right now, I feel like the biggest modes for WWE 2K right now are the universe mode and or I was about to say my faction, my GM. My GM and universe mode are probably the most played modes in the game. There's people who dabble in superstar mode, but I think that you could really bring some life to superstar mode by not allowing us to have this type of control, because I'm just controlling the one character. I kind of want there to be some type of narrative that I can trigger, cutscenes that I can trigger based off of the things that I'm doing. I can change my character based off of the way that I'm wrestling in matches. Am I distracting the referee and getting a weapon and then hiding the weapon, right? Am I doing everything by the book? You know, I think that that would add such a dynamic element to the game. And I feel like it can be implemented. We've seen other games in the past do this. So let me remove action. See, I can remove action and I can add an action, right? Cheap shot, attack, disrespect, distraction, fallout, reversal, sportsmanship. Like, it's all of these different things that I get to select. But it's like, what if these things just happen? Like all of these cutscenes, right? What if they just happen based off of the things that I'm doing? What if they're based off of the things that I'm doing? If I set up a tag team match, right? Or if I start to build friendship, camaraderie with another superstar and we become a tag team, depending on how I utilize my partner in tag team matches will determine if he's going to one day turn on me. If I barely tag him in, right? And I kind of take all the glory every single time and I'm not really being the best tag team partner. Maybe they turn on me and I have no idea when they will turn on me, right? I have no idea. Even though I'm doing these things on purpose, I, the gamer, the customer, I don't know when they're going to turn on me, and vice versa. I could do that with my partner at actually any time that I feel like it. I can leave ringside if I want to, right? I can leave my partner while he's wrestling in the ring. You know, I could sabotage wins depending on what I want to do with my character. I feel like that'd be really cool. I think it's time for people to start stepping out of the box, right? And, coming up with some ideas like this, right? Now, these things may not ever be implemented. I don't know, but they're fun to talk about. And so I just wanted to talk about that today, man. And yeah, I wanted to see where you guys were with this, because I think that it would be cool. I really do. I think that it would be cool. And maybe if you have this, then we wouldn't really need a road to WrestleMania. That's why I said that earlier. Doing all of what I'm saying now, you probably wouldn't need road to WrestleMania. But it'd be cool if all of these cutscenes that we get, we trigger, right? It would even be cool if some of the voiceover acting could come over into this mode and not just my rise. So when you're watching a promo and somebody's cutting them, maybe not your character, because that's usually how they do it, but except for in my rise, your character has a voice. But if it was the other wrestlers who did voiceover and you're feuding with them, maybe you could actually hear their dialogue. I just think that'd be really, really cool, man. To me personally, I think that would be, it's something, right? It's not, I don't have the idea mapped out 100% perfectly in my mind right now. So I hope you guys could follow me on this whole, in this whole video. I hope you guys were like picking up what I was putting down. Let me know what you feel in the comments. What kind of ideas would you have for superstar mode or even universe mode? So yeah, I wanted to kind of sprinkle in some videos like this here and there. So yeah, man, I'll probably have 2 videos up today. This one, and there will be another match that I'm putting up. But I did want to take the time out to talk about this, because I was like, man, I thought about this because I have been playing superstar mode. This is what you see right now. I've actually dabbled in playing superstar mode, but yeah, man. So let me go back, because I'm really not ready to play. I just wanted to kind of go through all of this. But yeah, I think it'd be a cool idea, man. Kind of like a choose your own destiny. So you're going through all of these calendar, you're going through the calendars and you're continuing to go, and based on what you do is what you see. uh, Based on what you do changes what your character is. You can even probably make your character a tweener, you know. You get mixed with boos and cheers and, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, maybe you could create your own stable and whatnot. Uh, I just think that'd be really cool, man. That's just me personally. That's just me. And I mean, I guess, you know, I said maybe no free roam in the back, but maybe you could add free roam to do some stuff backstage, attack somebody on their way to the arena. What if that's an option once you start, you know, getting into a feud with somebody? But just have it just be, you know, I don't know, almost mix in some elements of NBA 2K's My Career in terms of, I'm not talking about microtransactions. I'm talking about, I don't know how many of you played NBA 2K23, but when you're doing My Career, you can like walk into the arena, you go through the players entrance, you can go to the locker rooms and like the press conference room and all of this other stuff. And you get to talk to people, you get to be by your teammates, and then you get to go out into the court. You change your clothes in the locker room, go out to the court, and then blah, blah, blah. It'd just be cool if like they implemented some stuff like that. So yeah, man, share this video around. just just share this video around, man, because I'm about to have some ideas. I'm about to sprinkle in some things that they could do for future installments, man. Something like this is definitely not going to be in WWE 2K24, but maybe in the future, maybe 2K25. Who knows, man? But let me know what you guys feel in the comments, man. I think I am done rambling on. So yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in as always, and I will be dropping another video. This should be the first video that pops up, and then I will upload a match. So yeah, man, this is Soul Drum 86, and I'm out. Peace.